Hey, Big K, we back in here. K so good he sleep would cut up a throw on the time. Now we here to talk about some shit. Now, a while back, we said there was a beef between Migos and Lil Baby. It looked weird, especially during like the Offset thing when he was going against QC. Like he didn't really give a fuck because Lil Baby was just out of here. This nigga became a star. This nigga came and he lapped the Migos twice, or just all three of them independently, and became like one of the big acts on Quality Control QC. Now it turns out by Wack100, I guess he was talking on an interview. I don't know if this is the podcast he has with Adam 22, but he was basically insinuating that the beef started between Offset. Especially remember when we were insinuating the whole Quavo shit, and maybe Quavo was talking to Offset that he's smashed Sweetie, but the niggas was also saying Lil Baby, and now Lil Baby and Offset had some shit, and that's why the Migos was fucking with Lil Baby, and yada yada yada. We was all insinuating this shit. Well, apparently Wack100 states that it was originally Offset and 42 Dugg. You know, 42 Dugg has ties with Lil Baby. I guess he signed to Lil Baby and Yo Gotti. I don't know exactly how it works, but he has some CMG 4PF ties. Regardless, so he kind of took up the beef for 42 Dugg. That's his artist. Maybe that's his man. Maybe he told him to pull up and come over, kick it with them, and that shit transpired. So he felt like it was only right, like he got to rock out with his homeboy who pulled up on him, and like yada yada yada. And he's saying that it's inherited from a 4-2 Dugg and Offset issue. Now, I personally don't know. I don't even know how this transpired. All I can really say is, do I know if them boys is beefing for sure? Not 100%, but I will say, like, just the movements of the Migos and Offset in general, and then Lil Baby, and how, like, the whole QC label, like, the certain situations that were happening is just like, what the fuck is going on? Also, by the way, RP Takeoff, you know what I'm saying? By the way, shout out Quavo and Offset. Sure, I didn't make best albums and worst albums of 2023 because honestly there's not really a lot of music, and let's face it, I was running around like a motherfucker. But with that being said, like, yeah, those were like two albums I could say were probably good for this year, I would say, and they really did show up in the passing of Takeoff, so I gotta give them that as well. With that being said, we're here to talk about this shit. We're gonna go into depth about Wack100, what Wack100 said. But besides all that, you already know what it is. It's your friendly neighborhood K.A. Yeah, it's your friendly neighborhood K.A. K so good they sleep with a cut up and on the time. I was about to do my outro for a bit. But anyways, let's talk this shit. Wack100 says that Offset's feud with Lil Baby can be traced back to a heated dice game with 42. By the way, y'all niggas just gotta stop playing that. Listen, I get it. Niggas like gambling, shooting dice and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, hey, listen. Allegedly, the dice game with the heated thing that was happening, and Takeoff stepped up to protect his, Quavo, and some shit happened, and another situation happened to the point these niggas have beef now. Allegedly, 42 Dugg, Offset, Lil Baby all have Offset has beef with 42 Dugg, which led to the beef with him and Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta stop playing these gambling games. Apparently, this is what's causing a lot of shit. But anyways, with that being said, Wack recalled an incident on his 100 Entertainment show revealing that the two came to blows before he intervened. He explained that the two were putting up thousands of dollars on each row. I was there, I watched, got in the middle of it, stopped it, he said. It would have blazed that night over dice if it wasn't for Wack. That N-word would have been in the morgue that night, I told Dugg. You all the way wrong. At one point, Dugg wanted to leave, but the Migos rapper remarked, as long as it's my dice, you got to shoot, according to Wack. But Dugg walked out of the studio, leading to a confrontation between the two. Offset did it like a gangster, went in Dugg's pockets, took his money, and fired on Dugg. One-on-one. Womp, boom, you got me effed up. So, you telling me, okay, so basically, in layman's terms, they was playing some dice, some shit happened, Dugg like, fuck that, he leaving, whatever, woo, Offset like, nah, F that. Nigga physically went into another nigga's pockets, took whatever money he was owed, I guess, and like, basically, tried to fight this nigga, and then kissed him and tapped him on the forehead, and treated him like a little kid. Now listen, we understand 42 Dugg ain't the tallest nigga, and probably Offset is taller than him, but like, it is what it is. The fact he got a punch off, because niggas ain't fighting nowadays. Niggas is shooting. The fact he got a punch off is crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Again, probably not with 42 Dugg's crew. It was just 42 Dugg. You know what I'm saying? He playing dice. He got money in his hand. Probably his blick is not. And he probably like, man, that officer, bro. You know, whatever. Like, we got a disagreement. I ain't gonna do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like a op nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. But that sounds crazy. That does sound crazy. They basically insinuated the officer treated him like a little boy. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, let's keep reading. Now, we thought it was a dice game between Baby and Offset. I didn't know. Allegedly, Wack is saying a Baby picked up the beef for 42 Dugg. So, hey, it still could be. Wack says he had to intervene at that point to prevent an all-out brawl. I grabbed 42 Dugg, told his little homies, y'all put that up. Offset, go back in the studio. Offset had his little goons with him. They wasn't budging. I said, Offset, you know there's going to be hell to pay come the morning. We were at QC Studios, he added. This was like right before Dugg sparked. He wouldn't have been around for his spark. Offset and some of his people would have been dead. QC Studios would have been under investigation. 42 Dugg was signed to Lil Baby's 4PF imprint at the time, which kicked off the feud between Offset and Lil Baby. So wait, is he just on CMG now? Hold on. Now I'm curious. I gotta go look up this nigga deal now. Is he just a CMG artist? Or... Okay, it still says he signed to Yo Gotti and Lil Baby's imprint, so... Oh, his name's Dion. I know his name was Dion. Anyways. Yeah, that's basically what Wack's claiming. There's probably a bigger clip now. I'm not going to say we 100% believe Wack100, you know what I'm saying? Wack100 has been right or has gave some more information on certain topics, but we can't say he's 100% truthful because, again, niggas wasn't there. We don't know exactly what happened, but he does have the ability to be in them doors that the regular person like me or anybody else can't be in, and especially be around them folks. And to this day, we don't know exactly what happened. So, hey, who fucking knows? At the end of the day, who fucking knows exactly what went down? All I can say is I wouldn't be surprised if it was the case that the issue started with 42 Dugg and Offset and Lil Baby being that's his artist and his mans. He like, nah, he gonna step in and whatever have you, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas just gotta stop gambling. Y'all gotta stop gambling. Like, this ridiculous. Y'all gotta stop these dice games. Y'all just gotta stop doing all this bullshit. As for the story, it does sound wild that y'all saying y'all try 42 like a little boy. And it is what it is. Now, hey, there's not been no bloodshed. There's not been no blood spilled in this situation. And I hope there's none. Hey, you ain't gonna like every nigga you meet in life. If them niggas don't fuck with each other, it is what it is. And hey, niggas walked away, niggas are able to be in their families' lives, and that's all we could be happy about. But all I really gotta say is, hey, y'all, number one, y'all niggas start playing dice games, and number two, if this is really before 42 Dugg really like blew up and I guess made a name for himself, yeah, it was what it was. And again, I'm not gonna say Wack stopped. Again, I don't know. Niggas don't know. Niggas wasn't there. We can't really say, oh, Wack was the nigga that stopped it. We just gotta take the nigga word for it. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's 100%. Hey, we'll see what the fuck happened. But yeah, that's just a wild story. I wouldn't be surprised if that is really the situation, and maybe P was rocking with Lil Baby at the time because he's the cash cow. You know, he is the cash cow. The numbers was crazy on my turn. He's been doing his thing. At that time, he could not fucking miss. And y'all niggas wasn't really doing that shit. Yeah, y'all niggas isn't them as in the Migos, and y'all is them, but y'all wasn't, you know. And then it just shows like later on when Offset was trying to leave the label, and there was a lawsuit and all this happening and whatever have you, and all this other shit. Yeah, so it does sound crazy that regardless if it started between Offset and 42 Dugg or Offset and Lil Baby, there was a thing that like Lil Baby and them stopped really linking up and doing music together, and they're kind of like just whatever. There was a little bit of a change, and then maybe business wise, I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a bad contract or whatever have you. That QC shit with Offset, I was just like, because Quavo and Takeoff was cool. So the fact Offset was really the only nigga, I was like, you know what I'm saying? But hey, we'll see what happens with that. But besides that, man, what do you feel about it? Put your comments down below. Check out the links in the description. Besides all that, it's your friendly neighborhood K.A. sign out for today. The Black TJ there while I doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. You try to hit a little bit more there. And I'm going. Shalom, peace, y'all. Alright.